The Howard Stern Show.
Have you gotten any directives on how to handle how political things are getting now? At this point, it's heating up to the point where, I mean, okay, so Trump comes out.
Did you mention
with
the protests?
we are.
How do you cover that?
I'm proud of our network because, and really all of them now are, you do cover it.
Right.
You could not even show it.
That's right.
You can time the breaks before a game, and typically we don't show the anthem unless it's a big event.
Right.
But you could time it where you don't even see any of that. And if the timing is that way, then we will go back and show that moment where a player or players were kneeling or sitting during the Star-Spangled Banner. And then
do you get a directive on how to handle those moments?
No, like we talked about the last time, I think Fox trusts me enough to know that I'm going to come up with the right thing to say, because the hard thing is there's so little time.
Right.
Because you're there to do the game. And now you've rolled this in, and there's basically a clock counting down to the next play.
Do you think Trump was crazy to get involved in all of this?
I agree with what Bob Kraft, who, by the way, is one of his close friends and paid a lot of money for the inauguration. And I agree with the way Bob Kraft put it, that it was the tone of how he said what he said. You know, I've always looked at the police. Then that's where this started.
Right.
Let's not
this
confuse.
was about protesting police brutality.
Correct. Let's not confuse that with some sort of military kneel down and I don't respect the flag and I don't respect the men and women.
That's not what it was about.
That's not what it's about. That's not where it started.
Right.
And you know what? Colin Kaepernick, it's basically cost him his career.
Has it? Yeah. Was he again, I don't know anything about it.
He was the initial guy.
But let me ask you something. Would he have a job in the NFL right now if he hadn't been that initial guy?
He would have had a chance to win a job in a training camp. Now, the other part of this is that he has not been a very effective quarterback for the last 3 years.
If he had been, they would have overlooked everything.
Well, I mean, there are players protesting on every team now. Michael Bennett, who is a really smart guy with the Seattle Seahawks, if they cut him, 31 teams would go, come to us.
Yeah, we don't care what you do.
We don't care what you know. These are nonviolent protests.
Right.
Put on by guys who want to send a message and change the dialogue and address social inequality.
Right.
And then they get up and they play the game. They're not doing anything, in a violent manner. So again, I haven't walked in their shoes. So I'm willing to sit there, watch it, describe it, and then go do the game.
The Howard Stern Show.